The Language Experience Approach by Catherine Austin. The language experience approach enables students to use their own vocabulary, experiences, and language patterns to develop literacy knowledge. This creates an environment in which learning to read is an enjoyable and meaningful process. This approach relies on the student's own oral language skills to build the foundations for reading and writing. In most cases, the teacher will select the premise for the child to write about, such as a previous excursion. The child will then tell their story while the teacher writes verbatim. The teacher will read back as they write to ensure accuracy. The teacher will read the story aloud with the student reading alongside them. The student then reads the story aloud. The teacher may follow up with further questions. Students will then copy the story down into their books. It is critical for students to understand the difference between spoken and written language, especially in the primary years, to improve their literacy skills. The language experience approach gives children the opportunity to learn what they experience can be verbalized, written, and read by others. Hill, 2006, states that the language experience approach enables students to learn the difference between spoken and written language. Further, children's language is developed and extended through interactions with experts, such as a teacher. The strengths of the language experience approach include the following. Children with low written literacy skills can use their skills with oral literacy to improve their written literacy skills. And the language experience approach relates directly to life experiences. This increases the motivation to learn as the learning is directly relatable to their lives. This creates connections between literacy and the student's life. The language experience approach also has been shown to be particularly beneficial for students with additional language needs, such as those learning English as a second language. The limitations of the language experience approach include the following. Children's experience with text is limited to narrow experiences that the children have experienced themselves. This limits the child's exposure to different modes of text and experiences. Another limitation of the language experience approach is that it is reliant on the child's oral literacy skills. If the child has low levels of oral literacy, it will be difficult for them to develop their written literacy skills using this approach, as the foundation of oral literacy will determine the child's written literacy development.